Now, boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 22 Tottenham Hotspur career mode, where we are set and on our way to the quadruple. After winning the Carabao Cup in the most dramatic of fashions against Manchester City in the last episode. We managed to do it, boys, so that's trophy number 1 in the cabinet. Still got 3 more to go, and we have advanced to the later rounds of the Champions League. We just need to beat Celtic, and we're going to kick off this episode by taking on Manchester United in the round of 16 of the FA Cup. I think we should be able to win this one, but you never know. Of course, last time out, Harry Kane with a major injury, but we need not worry about that because Richarlison is in the form of his life. Now, it's a bit rotated because it's the FA Cup, and you rotate in the FA Cup. This is their starting 11. It's not very strong. I'm not going to change it for this game because who knows? This actually could be a starting 11 that Manchester United put out in an FA Cup game. We've gone a little bit stronger than them. Brian Hill, though, on the right is probably one of the weaker ones, but I've just been recording Blackburn. If you haven't seen that series, go and watch it. Also, new around here, smash the subscribe button. But it's just weird seeing me say rotation player and Brian Hill is 84 rated. I would murder for that in the save we've got going on with Blackburn. Now, the treble was the aim at the start of the season, but this just takes us one step closer to a quad. So let's hope and see if we can win against Manchester United. Berghaus, I remember causing me problems last time we played against them. Rashford won't there, though. Garnacho. Rashford. Oh, my God, that was naughty. It's nearly a goal. I can't believe it. He absolutely makes him, and then they go and smash it off the crossbar. A little bit of a warning there for us. We get a little bit lucky. There's that one into Richarlison. Richarlison then into Victor Osimhen, and it will be 1-0 Tottenham. We're so good at that. From going from our end to their end and scoring, that's what we built this Tottenham side around. Bringing in Victor Osimhen just makes that even easier. Manchester United now looking to reply with Garnacho. I thought I was about to give away a penalty, and they nearly do reply with Rashford. We get away with it. Short corner for Manchester United. Into Anthony now. I wonder how much Garnacho has grown in this, because he's giving me 1 or 2 problems. Anthony now, that's a good ball across. Rashford puts it beyond the post. So Stoney can get that one straight up to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo back across, trying to get it into Richarlison. They defended me perfectly there. Oh, Rashford there. Let's that one out to Anthony. Anthony back across. Bellingham can't get into it, but Bastoni's there to clear it. Bastoni has been masterful in this save. Oh, that's a good ball into Cody Gakpo. They're going to catch him. Of course they're not going to catch him. Cody Gakpo, all the way, mate. All the way. Oh, what save De Gea. Could have sweated it. I know I could. I just felt like he was going to go all the way. He scored them before. Give him the opportunity to score them again. What a save. De Gea. Found it more difficult as time's gone on to score corners. Even when you get a good connection, the keeper tends to save them. It's quite frustrating. Richarlison now trying to loft that one over to Victor Osimhen. It will bounce. It will land to Victor Osimhen. He just doesn't catch it cleanly in the slightest. Destiny there. Waits and waits, and he can play a perfect ball to Scarlett. Scarlett can score him. Straight at the keeper again. That's a couple of volleys there over the top that just haven't worked out. Not easy, not hard, but we're through. 1-0. Job done. After that, we played Villa, beaten 1-0. João Pedro with a goal. It was Celtic after that. Now, we could have played this one, but we were 4-2 up. I felt like this should be a comfortable enough quick sim, and we do win it. 5-2 in the end, through to the next round. Before we found out who we could play in the next round, we had Arsenal in the FA Cup, and this just shows you again how confident I am at beating Arsenal. We beat them 2-1. Osimhen with a brace in this one. I didn't feel the need to play it. We advanced to the semi-final of the FA Cup. I was more focused on playing that Man United game than ever playing against Arsenal. Their downfall in this series really has been huge. Pretty good news as well. Harry Kane is on his way back. Not that we've really missed him. Richarlison has stepped up in a big way. João Pedro has stepped up in a big way, and Scarlett's still doing a good job. I haven't really missed Harry Kane, which is a crazy thing to say. It could not have gone any other way either, could it? In the Champions League, could it? It just couldn't. It just Man City. Again, how often do they want me to play Man City this year, but Man City in the quarterfinal? So we're going to have played them twice in the league. We beat them in the Carabao Cup final. We're going to play them twice now in the Champions League. It's just pretty insane, right? I would not shock me if we get them in the FA Cup. But this game against Sheffield United next. And if you ever thought the quad wasn't on, this is the kind of game that makes you think maybe the quad isn't on. We lose it 3-2 to Sheffield United. I mean, sometimes the sim will do this to you. But 3-2 to Sheffield United is just... Could you write it with the squad that we have? That does mean that we are 2 points behind Liverpool at this stage in the season. They've only lost once. We had Harry Kane back for this game against Bournemouth, and he managed to deliver with a goal. Bellingham as well. Next up was Crystal Palace, and unfortunately, we couldn't keep the wins going. We score in the first minute with Kane, they score in the 7th, and then nothing else happens in the match, and it ends up being a 1-1 draw. With 8 games left to go, that could be the Premier League right there. With 3 defeats and 6 draws, the biggest thing to take away, though, is that Liverpool just are not losing football games. No matter what happens right now, Liverpool are winning or drawing. I mean, mainly winning. Only 1 loss all season. To catch them would be humongous, but the treble is still on. FA Cup, Champions League, Carabao Cup is still a treble. I wouldn't mind having the Premier League in there as well, but it is a much more difficult competition to win. So we finally have a second controller so that we can now change the opposition so we see better lineups against us. So I was doing that here with Manchester City. Their team is horrendous. Honestly, their team is horrendous. Starting 11, don't get me wrong, starting 11, good. Good, strong side, decent. The rest of this squad is absolutely horrendous for rotation. Honestly, have you ever seen... I've never seen a team build like this. Now, I do want to just point out that this is actually the kind of pre-build or whatever it is that we are playing on, which will have the patch updates, but I'm wondering if the transfers are affected by that. When we do start our next save, hopefully this won't be an issue. But the squad that Man City, I mean, it's a big bloody squad as well, but the squad they put together is not good. But that will be Man City's starting 11, and this is our starting 11. It's extremely strong. I actually feel like we can get the job done. I feel like I have the advantage over Man City. We played them a few times now, and every time we managed to beat them. There's no bones about it. Man City have been one of my favourite teams to play. Probably because of how open they play. It just makes it really enjoyable, makes it fun, always makes for a fun game. But this squad is weak. And they're playing a lad called Gray here down the left-hand side for me, where Gakpo will be. So I'm looking to exploit that as Kai just puts that over the bar. He is one of those players that has grown quite a little bit, so he's pretty decent. Play that one up to Kulusevski. I know that they are going to be all over me. Oh, it's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. Richarlison with a goal. If you can break Man City's press, they just don't stand a chance. And the back line is weakened today and extremely tired as well. Teams definitely don't rotate before these big matches that they've got coming up, so you end up playing against tireder squads. Now again, that might be something that's fixed in future patches or whatever, but it does make it easier. Considering how it's gone against Man City in the past couple of games, if we get enough goals in this one, we might not even have to play the second leg. Just have to move the ball super quick. In, out, and then you will just find yourself with these spaces. Osman. Honestly, this is the code to cracking Man City. In, out, and then there's just space for you because they just throw bodies at you. And this, in my opinion, was just a little bit too easy for us. Victor Osman, too easy for Victor Osman for sure. Although there is plenty of time left in this one, I just don't see it for Man City. Gotta be honest. I don't see their future in this league being good against us. And obviously with all the stuff going on with Man City now in real life, people will be loving this. People would love me to absolutely batter them. Knock them out of this competition. Gahey finds Richarlison. Richarlison is so clever to get that into Son. What a tackle from Gray, actually. Fair play to him, the youngster. Solid first half from Tottenham. Again, I'd love to not have to play his second leg, so let's see what we can do. I kind of just know the code against Man City at this stage of this career mode. We are looking to go abroad next in career mode. See what they have to offer. That's a great save from Ederson. Here come Man City. They've been a bit devoid of chances so far this second half, but there's one for Erling Haaland, and that puts Man City right back in this tie. Maybe talked a little bit too much about not having to play the second leg. Well, this changes that completely. Not game over yet, but, I mean, we haven't really crafted or created this second. Oh, if that goes over to Osman, though. This is bad for them. Oh, my. Well, there you go, Man City. They scored and we restore the 2-goal balance just like that. I don't think we expected to clap back as quickly as we have there. It's a beautiful ball from Kulusevski, and I just think Guendouzi just can't get to it. I'm just surprised Osman managed to squeeze it in. Across Sessegnon. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Sessegnon's been on the pitch second, so is Scarlett. It's going to be 4-1 Tottenham, and that one's done. As long as we don't concede now, I don't think there'll be any need for a second leg. Oh, this might be another one. Sessegnon might set up Scarlett this time. It is. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. They've just collapsed after that goal. Sessegnon was set up by Scarlett. Now Scarlett is set up by Sessegnon. The two subs linking up and just tearing this extremely tired Man City backline apart. Now that's been found again there. And oh my god, we just set through Heung-min Son now. I'm going to be awful to them. I am. I've got to punish them. Man City deserve it. It's 6-1 Tottenham. This squad is too good at this stage. It really is. When you look at our rotation compared to Man City's, it's absolutely insane. We're through to the next round of the Champions League. Bring on the next boys. Definitely no need to play the second leg then. Kind of rotated. It's still a very strong starting 11 for us. I still expect us, I still expect us to do well in the quick sim. 3-2-2. Haaland scoring for then a brace, Bellingham and Kane for us. And the big thing is who we're going to have in the next round. It's going to be Barcelona, a team we've not played in the Champions League yet. In fact, Juve would be a team we've not played, I don't think, either yet in the Champions League. I mean, Liverpool. I don't really want to come up against Liverpool, but FC Barcelona, that could be extremely difficult. I don't know what their squad's looking like. They're doing extremely well in real life, so that could be a very hard tie for us. And to keep Premier League hopes just that little bit alive, we're going to take on Chelsea because they're 4th and we're 3rd. They got a good team. This should be a difficult game. I'm looking forward to it. They've actually built the squad pretty well, and they're starting a very strong starting 11. Gakpo now to Richarlison, hoping for another great game from him. It's going to be difficult, this. We're going to have to pull them apart bit by bit, I feel. Oh, Gakpo. Oh, it should be 1-0 maybe. Tight angle, but that's what we're going to have to do. We're probably going to have to work it out wide. Chelsea always super difficult to break down with that 5 at the back that they play. It's madness. It's really annoying. Kvitschka, he's offside, surely. Yeah. Miles off. If we could have got that ball out a bit quicker, we would have been fine, but there was just no way Kvitschka needed that touch, and Richarlison just strolled offside. It's actually not that far off. This is where they could potentially be in the danger zone. I went Gakpo instead of Osimhen. Maybe not the right choice, but Victor Osimhen actually is going to tap that one in and make it 1-0 Tottenham. I actually did not know that that was going to happen. I was just narrating what in my brain I thought would happen, and it did. It's 1-0 Tottenham. We've seen this familiarity in this goal scoring. I don't know where I'm going with that. Look, we've scored a few of these before. He's not been bad, has he? Victor Osimhen, 13 goals in 24 matches now this season. He's having a very good season. He's going to be a key part of the rotation and getting all these trophies, so I'm very happy with him. I'd love to use him in a different save. This could be beautiful link up between Osimhen and Kvitschka. I mean, that was difficult. He might still have the legs to go here. He does, honestly. Victor Osimhen. There we go. It's 2-0. Chelsea have been undone. I mean, Chelsea still have the ability to get back into it. Oh, well, I was just going to say Chelsea have the ability to get back into this, but from what I thought was going to be 3-0 down, he's hit the post again as Richarlison. I thought it would be 3-0 down. Chelsea certainly do still have the ability to get back into this game. Well, Victor Osimhen has gone down off the ball. Pretty reckless tackle from Chelsea. Yeah, he has been injured. That's really frustrating. I mean, we've got João Pedro on the bench. João Pedro's been unbelievable for me when I've got to use him. But Victor Osimhen on fire. 2 goals this game. On for the hat-trick. And we're going to have to bring him off. Hopefully it's not a long injury. Because we are at like the crunch stage now this season where we can't really afford to have someone of his quality out of the team. It's not bad Richarlison, is it? João Pedro is just so clever with his footwork. And Kulusevski, it's just, I mean, it is stunning. The kind of goals we can score with this Tottenham side really is just, it makes me feel so good. João Pedro did the right thing pulling that back out wide. And Kulusevski, or Kulusexy, as you guys like to call him, he's just, I mean, he's good at putting the ball in the box, isn't he? Chelsea have put this one over the top. Gurry now up against Lafont. It's well saved. Sterling's touch, way too heavy. Up to Kulusevski. Kulusevski knew to play that early because I was going to have the run on. Unfortunately for me, it's blocked because that was going directly to João Pedro. You already know. Kvitschka. Oh, he's put it over the bar. Play that one out wide now to Chilwell. I do not get there in time with Gahey, and I do not like the chances of them scoring. Save for Lafont. Pedro now. Waiting. And waiting for Richarlison. Llorente. Wins that. João Pedro. Great footwork. Trinkle toes from him. Kvitschka's in again. And this time he does finish it. It's 4-0. I mean, Chelsea have been handed an embarrassing defeat here. I just love the way that João Pedro just links up all the play. Honestly, he just links up everything up top. We should have used him probably last season, to be honest with you. Well, that was far easier than expected, and it feels like it's kind of getting to that stage. I mean, Chelsea had a few opportunities, but it does feel like now with this squad, really anyone I can come up against that's going to be extremely difficult. Bad news for me, though, is Victor Osimhen's injury is going to be 3 months. He's gone and broken his toe. It just means more game time, I guess, for Richarlison. After the Chelsea game we played against Leicester, it's a 3-0 victory, Llorente, Son and Kane. That leads us nicely into this FA Cup semi-final. Played at Wembley, which, I mean, is a little bit mad, isn't it, that a semi-final's played at Wembley? But they've definitely given me the opportunity to book ourselves in another final. Obviously, next time out, we've got 2 legs against Barcelona, and then the FA Cup final in the end of the league. So, I mean, the next episode should be huge. But we need to book our place in this final first. There's no doubt about that. And it's a strong starting 11, and they've put up a bit of a 50-50 side. So we're going to go and change that. This is the side I've come up with for Liverpool then. It's not as bad as Man City, if I'm being honest with you, with the players they've got and the rotation they've got. They've got no other left winger than Diaz. So I don't know. It's a little bit silly. But this isn't a bad rotation team. They've still got strong players in there. It's actually a good second string. I had to play Riddell Baku at CDM. Looked at his attributes. Can kind of play there. So it's better than what they had in a 71 rated player before that. So only Liverpool stands in our way of the opportunity of another cup final. That's exactly what we want. As many trophies as possible this year. The league, if we're being honest now, does seem a little bit out of touch. We're probably not going to get there. But we can still do a treble if we can win the Champions League, the FA Cup, because we've already won the Carabao. And although it's not your traditional treble, I mean, it's still a treble, right? That still counts. We did win the Super Cup and the Community Shield as well. So that would be a lot of trophies in this season. There is no Club World Cup, unfortunately, in FIFA. But I imagine we'd have gone on and won that as well. Bellingham there, finding Kulusevski. He's found Son, and Son just loves a cheeky reverse pass. Richarlison, I mean, got to be honest, finding it a little bit easy with his Tottenham side at the minute. We just can't lie about it, can we? You've seen me play with Blackburn. It's not as easy as this. I'm gonna be 100% honest. The sliders haven't even been touched either from the struggles I've had with Blackburn. But I mean, this Tottenham side is just different. It's just special. With it being so early in the game, there is tons of time for them to come back. Now, hang on a second. I changed their starting 11. I legit changed their starting 11. This is not the starting 11 that I put out for them. Like, why is it reverted back? I legitimately changed it. Do I have to go into the game controlling the team and then when we get in the game, jump out? I'm wondering if that's what I have to do. Maybe the same thing happened in that Man City game as well, then I just didn't notice. But yeah, so I'm probably going to have to control them all the way into this and then not be in control of them, because this is the weaker side that I didn't want to play against. I know I hadn't improved it massively, but they at least had decent players all over the pitch and no one ridiculously tired. Gakpo's going to get that one into Harry Kane. We haven't seen much of him, have we? I'd like to end the season with him strongly. Is it just me right now, right? Or is this Wembley pitch just ridiculous? What's going on with the pitch? It's super dark. I can't really see anything this side of the pitch. Is this a bug? Okay, now looks up. Just wants to find Heung-min Son. He's done it so often. Son. Oh, I tried to dink it. Oh, my God. I tried a cheeky chip. Just didn't work out. Never been particularly my strong point, a cheeky chip. So, I mean, but we like to give him a go here and there on the channel. Kulusevski. Or Kulusevski. Or Kulusevski. Oh, what a save from Alisson. Just touching that beyond the post. But these corners are very difficult right now. Just how dark it is. You can't see anything. Go on then, Richarlison. Oh, that was beautiful from Gakpo. Richarlison should be scoring that. We're Nunes now. And we have to remember they're only a goal behind. What a save from the forward. I'll have a corner, though. And I have to remember, again, we're only a goal ahead. It should be more. I know Virgil van Dijk. Kilman does brilliantly. Blocks it again. Harry Kane just seemed to get hit in the face. And we've just escaped from this one. We should have the halftime whistle now. And we're going with the lead. We need another goal. Destiny. Into Kane. Kane then back across to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham just wants to feed that one in behind to Richarlison. But when you've got Virgil van Dijk on the pitch, it's difficult. They've made a mistake there. It's handball straight off the arm of Richarlison. Go on then, why not? Højbjerg! Højbjerg should see us into the FA Cup final. It's been a rough second half. Luis Diaz. Well in, Romero. Oh, he's giving it straight away. I know we can afford to concede now, but I still don't want to. And it's just blazed over the bar from Diaz. Full-time whistle blown. And that is another cup final confirmed. Of course, we got Barca coming up, which is going to be huge. But we are going to be in the final of the FA Cup. And of course, you will never believe it. We play Man City in the end. Honestly, boys, we've just played Man City so much this season. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with England and playing Man City. It is so annoying how often we have to play them. But we will play them one more time in this save, and that will be for the FA Cup. I don't know why the board are giving me a thumbs down all of a sudden. I'm not sure about that. But who cares? We're second in the league. We can still win it. We'll see that in the next episode. I don't think we will, but we can actually still win the league. And with the teams left to play, we'll have Barcelona, of course. And then we have Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool. I do think that next episode will be a massive one. I think it'll be a super long episode. It'll be the end of the series. So we're going to have tons to go through, plus this mammoth task of all these games. But we do play Liverpool, so that does open up the opportunity, if they can lose a couple of games, to make ground on them. Hopefully we'll have a Champions League final in there as well, but who knows? Barcelona are going to be a very difficult test. There's only one more to go now, lads. This Spurs series has been unbelievable for this channel. It's helped all the channel's growth and helped me meet a lot of you guys. I've honestly loved every minute of it. Yeah, it is getting a little bit easy now that we have a super squad, but there's still everything to play for in that final episode. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you for the end of an era with this Tottenham series in the next episode.